Hello students, my name is Mustaiz Alam, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Nandlal Singh College, Daudpur. Today's lecture is on merits of socialism. हम लोगों ने पिछले क्लास में सोशलिज्म के बारे में पढ़ लिया था. अब आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे मेरिट्स ऑफ सोशलिज्म के बारे में. A socialist economy has many alternative features. These have made socialism more and more popular. The main merits of socialist economy are as under. Number 1. Social justice is assured. The chief merit of socialism is that it assures of social justice. Under socialism, the inequalities of income are reduced to the minimum and national income is more equitably and evenly distributed. The socialist principle provides a fair share for all. No one is permitted to have unearned income. Exploitation of man by man to put an end to. Every individual is assured of equal opportunities irrespective of caste, creed, and religion. Every child, whether he is born in a poor family or in a rich family, is given an equal opportunity to develop his latent faculties through proper education and training. Second, rapid economic development. A socialist economy is likely to grow much faster than a capitalist economy. The experience of the USSR and other socialist countries amply proved this. The main factors making for the fast growing rate is the full use of resources, scientific planning, and quick decisions. Number 3. Production according to basic needs. In this economy, the production is directed to satisfy the basic needs of the people first. As far as possible, the production of food, clothing, or building materials is guided by the basic needs of the people and is not according to the purchasing power of the rich section of the society. Therefore, the phenomenon of poor going hungry while the rich feast cannot be seen in socialist economy. Balanced economic development. Economic planning is meant to carry out balanced development of economy. All the regions of the country are taken care of. Development of backward areas is also given a priority. Similarly, agriculture and industry, heavy and small industry develops side by side. As a result, there is no lopsided development of the economy. Number 5th, it has economic stability. Another important merit is that economic stability, which a socialist economy has. A capitalist economy is often suffering from economic fluctuations, resulting in lot of unemployment and wastages of resources. There is a good deal of misery among the working classes in periods of depression in a socialist economy. A socialist economy is able to control economic instability due to the planned nature of the economy. Pure changes are taken care of under a perspective plan. Private investment is given a minor role, therefore, there are no economic fluctuations. Number 6, it has more flexibility. A socialist economy is much more flexible than capitalist economy. Because of the control on market forces, the socialist economy can be geared to wartime as early as it is operated during peacetime. Rather, the state having ownership of means of production can meet the needed changes much better than slow-moving market mechanism of the capitalist economy. Number 7. Conservation of natural resources. A socialist economy has a great advantage of planning for the future. Wasteful use of the country's natural resources is a common problem in all the capitalistic economies. Private enterprise do not care for the future. A planning authority can take the interest of future generation into account by preparing plans for conservation of country's non-renewable resources like coal, petroleum, forests, and soil. Number 8. equitable distribution of wealth and income. A socialist economy is operated with the aim of providing equal opportunities for all the citizens in earning incomes. Generally, private property is restricted to some basic needs. There is no amassing of wealth by few. Wealth is also equitably distributed because private enterprise is given a limited role. Number 9. No exploitation and class struggle. A socialist economy can also get rid of the basic maladies of the capitalist economy. There is no question of exploitation in as much as the state determines the distribution pattern of country's income. Further, the whole society is the common aim of all planning. No sections are discriminated against. There is no special favor at any class. Therefore, there is no scope for anything like the class struggle, which is a characteristics of capitalist economy. Number 10. Social welfare activities. A socialist economy is oriented to the social needs. The government provides for full security. There is automatic care for the children of those who meet accidents while performing their duties. There is provision for old age pension for all. The slogan is to each according to his needs, from each according to his capacity. Therefore, the employees in a state enterprises can work without much worry. Therefore, productivity is higher. There are no labor disputes and no wastage of resources resulting there from, as is the case in a capitalist economy. Number 11. There is no wastage of competitive advertisement. A capitalist economy is not always be able to achieve productivity efficiency through competition. There is a good deal of wastage through competitive advertisement of different varieties. The consumer has to pay the price of useless advertising. Professor Chamberlain has tried to show that capitalism leads to excess capacity when there is differentiation of the products. In a socialist economy, there is no such wastages. In the first place, only those goods and services are produced which are preferred by the consumers. Secondly, if at all there is any advertising, it is only meant for information about different products to consumers. That's all in this lecture. Thanks.